Hey everybody, welcome in. It's a quick reaction. MSU's first game of the tournament. Started off a little bit more stressful than we all probably would have liked, but ended up with a old-fashioned good beatdown of a win, I guess you can call it that. Final score 87-62. Spartans beat Bryant. Cohen Carr's coming out party today. Had the game career high in points, 18 points, 9 boards. Jace had, let's see, I want to say Jace had 15. Jeremy Fears and Jaden Akins both added 11. Trey had 14 off the bench. So a nice rounded effort. Second half was really when the Spartans kind of pulled it away. Started a little slow in the first half. I think a little amped up, a little nerves maybe, but they settled in and ended up playing pretty well overall, I thought. Emmett obviously is with us here from Cleveland, as you can see. And yep, got the court behind him. And Emmett, what were your thoughts today?
Yeah, so this game started off slow. Bryant got out to a quick 5-0 lead. Just a matter of the Spartans not having the best shots and Bryant coming out like the underdog that had nothing to lose. And for a while, you kind of saw that with just you had a heat check three, a heat check three from the logo by Pinzone, which really seemed to give all that momentum to Bryant. Underdog started to believe that they could be in this game. But then second half, there was a crucial series of a back-to-back offensive rebounds on Jaden Akins' missed threes that resulted in a wide-open Jace Richardson three. Jace Richardson three, which really started to turn the game. Then you had a Jaden Akins and Jeremy Fears Jr. back-to-back threes, and the game really just started to turn from there. The Spartans had the confidence. Overall, the rebounding it was nearly tied at half, and then I believe Bryant had like 10 total rebounds in the second half, something like that. It was just a matter of the Spartans. The Spartans were the men, and Bryant basically became the boys in the second half. It was very similar to, I would say, the Samford game at the very start of the year, when second half and Niagara too. Second half of the game, the Spartans really just pull away with their depth, etc. Just overall, a very good game. Cohen Carr, 18 points, 9 rebounds, both career highs. You can't say enough about that. I asked him in the locker room what that attitude is like, which one means more to you. His response was, honestly, I'm mad I didn't get a double-double. So that just shows you what this coaching staff and players expect out of themselves and their guys. They are more chasing that double-double mark than they are about, well, I had a career high in this. That's awesome. So just this team, they started off that first half maybe nerved up, maybe just a little shell-shocked that Bryant was taking it and willing to fight. But then that second half, they just started attacking.
Yeah, I thought Brian came out of the gate pretty strong. You could tell they wanted to try to match MSU physically. And they did a pretty good job of it, to be honest with you, to start the game. Like I had stated, I felt there were kind of some nerves, especially maybe from Jace early. He had a couple shots that missed pretty badly. And it seemed like guys were just kind of pressing, trying to move too fast. And that was kind of the theme throughout the game for me. It seems like they try to rush to get out in transition and then couldn't, go too fast for themselves. Bryant would throw a zone in every once in a while, and it would throw the offense for a loop and get them kind of stuck in the mud for a little bit. And then in the second half, when they switched back to that, a big part of it is MSU just really started hitting their threes, and it kind of just
10
opened
made threes
everything up.
tonight, one short of their season high for 11 made threes in a game, by the way.
Which is impressive considering they only made 3 in the first half. That really kind of tells you how the floodgates kind of opened in the second half. I think they totaled 54, I believe, total rebounds for the Spartans. They ended up dominating on the glass in the second half, and that just really led to possessions with 2, 3, 4 chances. Even off misses that were good putbacks.
If I'm not
Overall,
mistaken, they had 36 second chance points, something insane.
yeah, and it was quite a bit, and those numbers really inflated in the second half. Another thing, the free throws started off a little rocky, but then MSU pulled it in, ended up shooting 71 on the day, which isn't the best still, but when you look at the splits from the first half and second half, they kind of buckled down a little bit. They were getting to the line at will in the second half and really just kind of took the game over. And the guards really were able to do what they wanted to. Bryant really didn't have a match for it down the stretch, so kudos to the guys in the coaching staff for making the adjustments at halftime and really starting to assert themselves into the game. MSU's always been a second half team this year. They kind of wear teams down with their depth. It is worth noting that while a lot of people did get some minutes tonight, it seems like Tom's really started to shrink the rotation down a little bit.
True.
Booker really didn't get a lot of playing time. Zapala didn't get the most playing time. And Fiddler got more, but it was kind of off to a little bit of a rough start. So that's really what allowed Cohen Carr to take over. And that's what made the difference in this. So it wouldn't surprise me if you see the consistent 7 to 8 with maybe Booker and Zapala and Fiddler kind of taking a little bit of hit in minutes, but we'll see. That'll also vary matchup to matchup.
Yeah, to build on that, Xavier Booker did not check into the game until after the final under 4 media timeout when the game was well over. The Power did not come in, I want to say, for after his opening stint. I believe he did not see much of the court. I don't have the stat sheet or anything in front of me, but
yeah, I mean minutes wise, Apollo only had 4 minutes. Book only had 3.
that'll be his opening session. Then he did not come back in the game after his opening stint.
Yep, and then we were able, as the lead grew in the second half, Kurt Tang, Garrick Norman, and Nick Sanders also got a couple of minutes down the stretch. Nick Sanders actually got on the scoreboard, taking a drive to the lane and putting in a tough layup. So kudos for Nick. The bench went wild when that went in, so it was good to see that moment. Kurt Tang and I believe Garrett both had shots, but unfortunately did not find the bottom of the net for those ones. So good to see them getting some minutes. Book did tally a rebound in his few minutes of play. Zapala also actually had 3 rebounds in his 4 minutes. So, but yeah, it's something you'll maybe need to monitor moving forward, but it makes sense. Tom kind of does this, tournament time, there's no room for long stretches of, inconsistent play. So he's going to go roll with his guys that are giving him the best minutes moving forward. That's just going to be what it is until proven otherwise. So, any more final thoughts about today's game, and then I'll pair us up for for Sunday.
Just excited for seeing if this team can get back to the Sweet 16 for the first time in 2 years, I believe.
Yep.
Hellman's freshman year, Cooper's, I want to say.
Yeah. So that segues us right in. Tip-off for Sunday's game is scheduled for 8:40 p.m. from Cleveland. We will obviously be playing New Mexico. For those who did not get to watch the earlier game, New Mexico was able to beat Marquette. So a eerie similarity that we get to play another Richard Pitino coached team in the round of 32. But hey, New Mexico's a good team. They'll have the Spartans again. They'll have their work cut out for them. Just because they're a 10 seed does not mean a whole lot. I thought Phil Martelli today had Bryant coming out on fire, and I thought he prepared them pretty well. And you kind of figured that would happen with his ties to Coach Izzo and his dad's ties to Coach Izzo. I mean, he of all the mid majors that know MSU, I would think Phil Martelli Jr. has a lot of information on Tom Izzo and knows how to play him, and it showed in the first half. And credit to the guys for putting that behind him and not letting it affect them too much. So that's about all I got. Anything you got there, Emmett, you want to add?
No, I'm just looking forward to that hotel room at this point. We're recording this at about 1:13 in the morning, so I'm just looking forward to that hotel room.
Yeah, as some other people have noted, late tips are not for everybody, but we're here and thriving. So shout out to the Spartans, good win, and hey, let's keep it going. We'll hopefully do this again for Sunday. So thanks for all your coverage. Obviously, everybody keep an eye out on Emmett's Twitter account, and he will keep you updated with all the latest information, and we try to on our socials as well. But hey, let's got another long day of basketball tomorrow, and then let's do it again on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night, and as always, go green.
Go white.